In today's news, Cabinet backs the VIECO. RYMER says relief coming for water shortages. GEORGE-MASSICOTE outlines a 10-point security plan at COTSC 2025. SKELTON and PENN call for urgent investment in storm-damaged facilities. PLAIT poll class set for May 24th as KICKIN celebrates milestone. We have the details of this and much more when Tweet 4 News returns.
Life is unpredictable, and when a storm is coming, having a plan can make all the difference.
We need a plan in case of a hurricane. Everyone, let's work together on this.
This is where we go in case if we need to evacuate. This is safe away from flood zones.
I will use this room as our secure space if we have to stay home.
Don't forget to save our local contacts and also our off-island contacts.
Right, and we need to have a plan for our pets too. They can't go to shelters, so we need a safe place for them.
In case we get separated, we should have a meeting spot. How about the community center?
That's good, and we can leave a note there too.
I feel safe knowing we have a plan.
With a plan, you're not just preparing for the worst, you're taking control of the situation. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Tweet 4 News. It is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us and a happy Thursday's wish to all. Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. RYMER, is said to be making moves to bring about the much talked about merger between the BVI Electricity Corporation and the Water and Sewage Department. Speaking recently on the government's program Virgin Islands Voice, Minister RYMER sympathized with the many people throughout the territory who continue to face water shortages. He said this merger, which is called the Virgin Islands Energy and Water Corporation, VIECO, was recently approved by Cabinet and will bring some relief.
I just want to mention that today in Cabinet, we were able to accept the merger for Virgin Islands Energy and Water Corporation. The short name is VIECO, and we would be moving towards bringing that legislation into the House of Assembly for us to have that merger between water and energy. And we know the Electricity Corporation have a functioning corporate body as there is now. They have the resources that would be able to assist share resources when it comes to the water delivery and the water distribution as well. So we are quite, excited about moving towards that area of the VIECO, Virgin Islands Energy and Water Company. So again, I just acknowledge all the persons within our community that are unable to receive water consistently. I sympathize with you. I get the calls, I get the complaints, and there's also a challenge where persons are thinking that the bill is so high when they're not getting water as well. So we are working through those challenges.
Minister RYMER first announced the potential merger of the BVI Electricity Corporation and the Water and Sewage Department to improve efficiency and service delivery during the 2024 budget debate, much to the dissatisfaction of the opposition. Now, opposition members outlined the challenges of the Water and Sewage Department and its significant financial losses and inefficiencies. The minister defended the move at the time, arguing that the BVI-EC has proven business processes and there is no need to reinvent the wheel. He says the BVI-EC has the experience and they have a board structure in place, and the government is bringing water and sewage into a statutory body. The 4th Commons and Overseas Territory Speakers Conference concluded in London on May 16th of 2025, with the Virgin Islands playing a very prominent role in discussions around parliamentary security and resilience. Hosted by the Speaker of the UK House of Commons, the Right Honourable Sir Lindsay Hoyle, the 4-day conference brought together speakers and clerks from Anguilla, Bermuda, the Falkland Islands, Gibraltar, Montserrat, St. Helena, and the Virgin Islands. Representing the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands were Speaker, the Honourable Corinne N. George-Mascicote, and Deputy Clerk, Mr. Linton V. Leonard. George-Mascicote delivered the keynote address during Session 4, Keeping Democracy Running, focusing on how parliaments can manage growing physical and cyber threats. She presented 10 essential protective measures, including fostering a strong security culture, safeguarding ICT systems, and implementing rigorous information and personal security protocols. Despite our geographical and institutional differences, parliaments face shared threats and impact their stability, productivity, as well as trust, she shared. Her remarks were echoed by a UK House of Commons expert panel, which included directors of cyber and information security, strategic business resilience, and security. They offered first-hand insights that reinforced the need for comprehensive and adaptive security frameworks. Beyond the sessions, delegates were received by His Majesty King Charles III at Buckingham Palace. As patron of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, the King engaged speakers in a brief but meaningful dialogue, underscoring the importance of democratic collaboration across territories. The Virgin Islands' participation highlighted its ongoing commitment to strengthening parliamentary governance through international cooperation and the cornerstone of its membership in the CPA. Territorial representative and member of the National Democratic Party, the Honourable Ronnie W. Skelton, is blaming what he calls, and I quote, the civil service system for the lack of infrastructural development within the territory. Speaking on NDP radio Monday evening, Skelton and the 8th District Representative, the Honourable Marlon A. Penn, complained about the lack of infrastructural development in the territory, which includes the failure of government to address key institutions that were damaged by the hurricanes 8 years ago.
We have basically put the civil service system to sleep. Long ago, public works, you go public works, and public works used to get things done. The road, they would have looked over a private contractor might have had it, but they would have looked over it and make sure it happened as quickly as possible. These are main thoroughfares in the country. This is not side road someplace.
Main roads.
And to take another commission for 8, 10 months, 12 months, to me that's not good.
It's terrible.
That's not good management at all. Yeah. And I think it's, like I go back to education. When we were doing all of these things, we had no bunch of educated people in the country. Now we have educated people who went to colleges, like PhDs, masters, whatever discipline you could think about.
Doctorate in engineering.
And we are not using our people, or we are not giving them the opportunity. Something is happening that don't make no sense to me.
Penn also chastised the government for not putting monies into projects to stimulate the economy.
And it goes back to the point that I made it in the House, and I continue to make it every time I get a chance to speak. I am deeply concerned about this money that we've borrowed. So you don't see any plans with just less than a mile of road. It's taken us more than 8 months now to get a mile of road done. Imagine the major projects that we're endeavoring to embark on. The Minister of Works has over $30-something million this year in the budget alone. We're midway. We're in the middle of the 3rd week of May, almost midway of the year. Is he going to get that money executed? This is borrowed money. So if that money is not spent, we would have spent money on interest and on loan, but money just sitting in the bank. Money that we've drawn down, and not being able to get that money spent. And not get it spent in a way where you have a proper plan and going to get value for that money. We're already seeing the effects of poor planning. The rain just fell and the roads already started to deteriorate. What's your big
But you can't even get a walker off the road.
Is it the contractors that are not being paid?
I don't know what it is, Honourable Skelton, to be quite
honest.
Because
if you're a contractor and you're being paid, you'll
work,
Yeah, you make sure the work is done so you can get paid again.
But we're just not getting the work out. 2 years have passed, over $100+ million has gone back into the treasury. That we failed to execute projects to stimulate the economy of the Virgin Islands.
Up next, Premier Wheatley reflects on major developments within health sector, and senior citizens celebrate culture and community at annual soiree. These and more stories when we return after a word from our sponsors.
My name's Henry Bosch. I work for PPG. I'm here to explain to you the use of the Deltron NXT paint line and Enviro-based high performance, one being solvent-borne and the next being waterborne. The difference is that one is totally manufactured with rosins and thinners and all the good stuff that solvents bring versus our new technology, which is waterborne, which is 100% latex. What we're gonna do is that we reduce the solvent-borne with a DT885, which is a mid-temp reducer, and the waterborne uses T494, which is a waterborne reducer. We will today be using either DCU 2042, which is a speed clear, or we will be using DCU 2021, which is a classic. We have here our equipment. We have 8-ounce measuring cups, and we also have our 32-ounce mixing cup. We will also have with us our Venturi. This is a blower for us to dry the waterborne paint, which speeds up the process. The good thing about waterborne paint is that as soon as it evaporates, you're good to go. So now Gilligan will dilute the waterborne paint with the waterborne reducer. We made 8 ounces, that would be 1.6 ounce. It always has to be properly mixed until we get an even mixture within the paint mixing cup. So when we spray, we don't see uneven coats of color. So right now we're filling our paint gun with 8 ounces of diluted paint. We're gonna see how far 8 ounces will take us. Waterborne paint seems to look blotchy on your first coat. Don't pay no mind to that. Don't try to achieve full coverage on your first spray. Excellent. Let it dry. So the process in waterborne is 2 even coats, and then we have what we call a dust coat. Well, now we're gonna have Mr. Brown apply the first coat of clear on his waterborne panel. We'll let it flash off, and then he'll come back and coat it with his second coat to finish it off. As you had seen in the previous shots, we had a little blotchiness, and you'll see some patches. That's all due on purpose to sandpaper to prove that with Enviro-based high performance, all technicians, the body work has to end at 800 grit or plus. Well, Enviro-based is like we're trying to shift everyone into that slowly but surely. The entire west coast of the United States and all of Canada has already been on waterborne for the past 10 years. And now soon it'll be the eastern seaboard, which covers the Caribbean. So when that happens, we'll all be affected. So it's best to start now, start trying and applying waterborne, because eventually everyone will be on it. And referring to technicians, it's less harmful because it doesn't have all the toxic chemicals that solvent-borne paints do.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. KICKIN University is celebrating its very first anniversary this May after a successful inaugural year prompting and preserving Virgin Islands culture. Since launching in 2024, the Cultural Education Initiative has reached over 250 registered students, with more than 100 actively participating in a range of engaging, heritage-driven classes. I am incredibly proud how far KICKIN University has come, said founder Kyra James. She continued by saying this milestone is a testament to the hard work and dedication of the entire team. To mark the occasion, KIU will host a public platpole class, a nod to the traditional maypole dances used to celebrate seasonal change, on May 24th at the Sir Romney Tortola Pear Park. KIU offers flexible classes, formats virtual, in-person, and theory-based, covering cultural and creative topics such as Johnny cake making, bush remedies, Virgin Islands fungi music, and heritage dancing. Other standout offerings included musical production, tart techniques, and the conch shell chorus. Now, students and their feedback have been overwhelmingly positive. KIU is more than a platform. It's a powerful reminder of where we can go based on where we've come from. STED student Kelly Alfonso. Now, instructor Travis Walters called his experience teaching the masterclass one of the most fulfilling things he's done this year. As KIU wraps up its first academic year, the organization invites the Virgin Islands community and diaspora to support its mission through participation, instruction, or donations. For more information available, visit KICKINuniversity.com. Premier, the Honorable Dr. Natalia D. Wheatley, reported significant strides in the healthcare and social protection following the finalization of the National Social Protection Policy and Action Plan, as well as key amendments to the public assistance legislation in 2024. Developed in collaboration with stakeholders including UNICEF, the initiative aims to reinforce the territory's support systems for vulnerable populations. The integrated policy also considered climate resilience and mental health, aligning with a sustainable and inclusive development strategy.
In 2024, we finalized the National Social Protection Policy and Action Plan, alongside critical amendments to the public assistance legislation. These initiatives, developed in collaboration with key stakeholders, including UNICEF, aim to fortify the social safety nets, particularly for the vulnerable populations. Importantly, the policy framework integrates climate resilience and mental health considerations, ensuring a more holistic and sustainable approach to social protection.
A major achievement came with the Public Assistance Act 2024, which introduced benefits such as basic income grants, hardship allowances, and shock response grants. These are expected to deliver more responsive and targeted aid to those facing economic challenges.
A key milestone for the territory was the enactment of the Public Assistance Amendment Act 2024, which introduced enhanced benefits such as basic income grants, hardship allowances, and shock response grants to support individuals facing economic hardship. Under the revised public assistance program, beneficiaries now receive increased financial support that is aligned with inflation and economic challenges, ensuring the program's continued effectiveness as a reliable safety net for vulnerable individuals.
The Social Development Department also launched a financial literacy workshop, equipping public assistance recipients with the tools to better manage their finances. Plans are underway for a dedicated social assistance division, expanding and, of course, focusing on senior engagement in the Virgin Gorda area and tailored at the Adina Donovan Home to enhance resident mobility and care.
The Social Development Department launched a financial literacy workshop to enhance the financial skills of public assistance recipients. Collaborating with the World Food Programme, they are finalizing a sectoral shock responsive social protection manual, supporting streamlined service delivery and developing a comprehensive information management system. My government intends to establish a dedicated social assistance division to improve efficiency and responsiveness. We'll also expand the senior engagement program to Virgin Gorda, and residents of the Adina Donovan Home will benefit from individualized physiotherapy services to improve their mobility and quality of life. My government's ongoing commitment to infrastructure development is evident in the continuous upgrades to healthcare facilities, community centers, and social housing. Over the past year, 3 social homes were completed, and the Adina Donovan Home for the Elderly underwent essential roof restoration works. Additional improvements will be made to the elderly home through a public-private partnership with Unite BVI Partners, which is supporting a kitchen upgrade at Adina Donovan Home.
An investment of $1 million has been earmarked for critical upgrades to the BVI's Healthcare Services Authority in 2025. This includes renovation to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, updated signage, and improvements to the Major Peebles Wing, reflecting a commitment to improved healthcare accessibility and service quality.
My government has allocated $1 million for critical repairs and upgrades to the BVI Health Services Authority's physical infrastructure assets, slated for 2025. These include exterior paintings of the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, installation of new hospital signage, and renovations to the Major Peebles.
Up next, TRC marks World Telecoms Day. TRC event pushes gender equity in digital and tech sector, and seminars covers Business 101 and marketing for future leaders. These and much more when 284 News returns.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hot. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must stop cut fun to people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, forget you.
How may I assist you? Yes. You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. On Friday, May 16th, 2025, the Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of the Virgin Islands hosted a professional seminar with stakeholders from across the Virgin Islands in observance of World Telecommunications and Information Society Day. World Telecommunication and Information Society Day is observed annually on May 17th to raise awareness about the possibilities that the use of the Internet and information and communication technologies can bring to societies and economies, as well as ways to bridge the digital divide. WTISD was established by the International Telecommunications Union in 1969 and marks the anniversary of the signing of the very first International Telegraph Convention in 1865, which led to the creation of the ITU. Each year, WTISD is celebrated under a specific global theme that reflects pressing digital issues and evolving trends in ICT development. The 2025 theme, Gender Equality in Digital Transformation, highlighted the importance of ensuring equal access, representation, and leadership for all genders within the digital and technology sectors. The event was attended by various stakeholders and included remarks and presentations from CEO Mr. Guy Malone, Chairman of the TRC Mr. Vance Lewis, Minister for Communications and Works the Honorable Kai M. RYMER, Premier of the Virgin Islands Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, Ms. Patricia Hackett, former Coordinator of the Office of Gender Affairs, along with the various operators within the territory. A very powerful and inspiring keynote address was delivered by Mr. Richard Solomon of Trinidad and Tobago. Here's a look at some of the highlights.
Good morning, everyone. I acknowledge the Minister for Communications and Works, Honorable Kai RYMER, the board of the TRC, the CEO, Chair and the board, CEO, special invited guests, industry leaders, policymakers, valued participants, members of the media.
Thank you, Ron. Good morning, everyone. You know the challenge with speaking last after all this because you might be repeating the same thing you said. So this morning, I would just like to welcome you to World Telecommunication and Information Society Day 2025.
We have invested millions of dollars to improve network coverage and speeds across the territory, ensuring that connectivity reaches every corner of the islands. We expand. Our ongoing upgrades include fiber to all.
Good morning, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Rob Lyons. I am the head of technical for Digicel and currently acting.
Having a local call center here, we do think is an advantage to having the expertise here. And we've seen this happen. You know, we're talking about gender equality today, and I tried to make it broader and say local participation. But there have been many times where we have had challenges here in the BVI, and we've had to stand up and try to make this place and put it back together. Heavily supporting local sports and entertainment and giving them a platform through our wide distribution network.
Leadership, and then we'll talk about building a leadership roadmap. If you're younger, let me go to the next one. If you're older, and you're looking at the young people coming up with their different ways of being, and they say things like, I don't want to work as hard as you did. True, that's real for them. Work-life balance is real for them.
Can't have access to detail because of the law, because of the country, because of the income, because of all those other things. That is the role model habitat.
That progress cannot be achieved without gender equality in digital transformation. To our chairman, Mr. Vance Lewis, and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Malone, thank you for your insightful remarks and for reinforcing the Commission's commitment to connectivity, inclusion, and innovation. A special thank you to our keynote speaker, Mr. Richard Solomon, for your dynamic.
Cultural pride and community spirit were celebrated at the Seniors Cultural Soiree on May 10th, hosted by the Social Development Department as part of the Senior Citizens Month 2025, held under the theme Flip the Script on Aging. The event brought together seniors from across the Virgin Islands and welcomed guests from the U.S. Virgin Islands for an afternoon of cultural exchange, traditional food, music, and storytelling. Displays of heritage, cuisine, demonstrations of customs, and vibrant performances highlighted the rich history of the Virgin Islands, while also strengthening ties with the USVI counterparts. Health and Social Development Minister, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, praised the event, stating, and I quote, "Our seniors are the bedrock of this territory. This celebration reminds us of the value they bring to national life." Acting Chief Social Development Officer Sherma George thanked participants and noted the joy and connection the event fostered, stating, and I quote, "It's a beautiful expression of unity and shared heritage," she said. The Department of Youth Affairs and Sports is set to host its Youth in Business seminars on Saturday, May 31st, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the DYAS Conference Room. This initiative aims to equip young, aspiring entrepreneurs with foundational business knowledge, covering essential topics such as creating a marketing plan and Business 101. The seminars are designed to support youth who are either embarking on their entrepreneurial journey or seeking to enhance their existing business skills. By participating, attendees will gain valuable insights into business planning and marketing strategies, fostering a more robust entrepreneurial ecosystem with the Virgin Islands. Interested individuals are encouraged to register promptly to secure their spot. And for additional information and updates, please visit DYAS Facebook page. That is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at tweet4media.com, as well as to like us on Facebook at tweet4media and tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Thursday. Goodbye.